Hello everybody, this is a tutorial on how to host a church service in the Metaverse using the free application of Rec Room. So, what you first need to do, you get Rec Room. It's an open social platform where people can meet and interact and play games together, but you can also use it to host a church service. Just go to their website, download their app, create an account, and you are ready to start. So, what are you doing once you are inside Rec Room? This is how it looks like. You have your hands here. So, you'll just look at your watch. It's on one of your hands. And then you have the options to play things. And here what you want to do is you go to play. And then you have a search button right over here in the upper corner. And you can search and you type BibleExperience. So, this is how it looks like. It's called the BibleExperience, and this is a very, very easy way of creating not really creating it. You can create your own experiences in Rec Room, of course, but this is a little bit more complicated. Just go to BibleExperience and just go to Join Public Room. So here we are in the hub area of BibleExperience. So what you can do here is basically there's different games that you can play. You can see them right over here. But this is basically games that you can play in a small group or even alone. If you are in here alone and want to try some things, you can play it alone. This is one way. Of course, you can hop in with some friends or with your church that you are creating and play these games. But what I want to show you is you turn around and there's a big temple there. And you can enter the temple from here. So there's two sections. There's a Book of Mark section with some chapters of the Book of Mark that you can just walk through and read through them. And there's a new section, and I will explain all the tools we also have in here using this interactive story corner section, because this is the easiest way actually to set up a service. You basically want to invite everyone into this room first that you want to join your service. So make sure you have the people thing, you have friends on here. Make sure you invite your friends into this room, and once everyone is in, you can just go over to this corner or to some other place and basically start your experience. I will use the experience of Jesus Calms the Storm for now. And you just go here and go to start your story, hold a little bit. This is how one of the interactive stories looks like. There's three parts of the story that I will explain shortly in a bit, but we also have some moderation tools here. It's over here in the corner. It's always in the starting area at some corner. You have an explanation how this works, so it will explain to you how the sections work, but I will do this word by word for now. Then you have a button that's called I am today's preacher. So if you are the leader of this church, you preach today, you can press this one. And then you can pick up this youth gun here. You can also holster it at your side, so it's following you, so you can keep holding. So this gun is used to actually let people read scripture. So let me demonstrate this on myself. So you shoot people once. If they are annoying, then they are muted. It also shows here you have been muted. And shoot them again. And it says you can speak now. So this means I'm on Megaphone now. So if you are the preacher of the sermon, you are automatically on Megaphone, so everyone will hear you no matter where you stand. So, and if you want to have people read some scripture, you will shoot them twice. There will also be a notice that says this and this person is Megaphone now. When this notice comes, you can be sure that they are on Megaphone. Everyone will hear them. Shoot them again, they are muted, so they... Sometimes you megaphone someone and then the microphone of his headset makes some strange noise. Just shoot them again if they don't mute themselves, or if they don't recognize they are making too much noise. Just shoot them and they are muted. So this is the Megaphone Gun, very useful instrument for moderation. So if you have people that are too annoying or make strange noises from their headset, you can mute them, but also very important for helping people read scripture, which I always like if I do a sermon like this. So then we have another tool here, and this is your preacher notes. So how does this work? You have a write and save note button. So then you check your watch and it tells you what to do. First, how many lines do you want on your note? So let's say you can have a maximum of 15 lines. Don't make them too long, because then they will go over the sheet that you have. And I will say I will do 3. So then the notes come up. What you can do, actually, as you see, it's possible to just move around while you're writing these notes. So if you, for example, what I did, I was writing a note to every part of this scripture, some thoughts that I had. So you can just go here, for example, see this picture, Jesus is sleeping, and your note would be maybe, are you sleeping sometimes? Yeah, something like that. So it's not too deep right now, it's just an example. So then you click OK, and there's the second note. So you can go further in this section. He got up and rebuked the wind. Let me do a long one now, so to just see how long they can be. Is the wind sometimes too much for you, and how do you rebuke it? So this would be a note that's definitely too long, and you will see what happens then. And the last one will be just question mark, question mark, question mark. Okay. So this is your preacher notes that you can set up beforehand, because it actually, so let's go back here. So you can see now, the second one was too long. It works, of course, still. You can still read it. But if you want to have it on the sheet that you can pick up, if you have the preacher roll and carry around with you, you might want to split this into 2 lines, so it's easier to read. So this you can do before you start your service, because this will be saved for you personally. So if you come in here, prepare your service, go out again, come back, this should actually be on the sheet again. So it's implemented in every of these interactive story sections so far. Maybe I will also implement it into the Mark scripture verses, if you would like me, just yeah. And the preacher gun is actually implemented also inside the Mark scriptures, so you can use it as a simple way of moderation. So yeah, this is how the moderation tools work. Okay, let me go quickly as a last part through this interactive section. corner. I will just explain to you the way I would do it, or I would lead a service in here. You can do it differently, of course, it's up to you. Everyone has their own style, but what I would do normally is I would take all the people, walk them around, and then I would always say, okay, ask if someone wants to read. So people raise their hands, I shoot them twice, so they are on megaphone, and they read a section, for example, 22 till 24. And then I will talk a little bit about it. Yeah, what are my thoughts about that thing, about that section. And then we continue with the next section. And I will always try to have as much participation of the people that are joining as possible. So I will never read any of these scriptures myself, but I will always have people read. So this keeps people in, this keeps people participant, and yeah, this makes it more like a community experience than just one person talking all the time. So there's the second section here, and all these things have these three to four sections, because the third section can be 2 sections actually. So this was the first one. The second one is the roleplay section. So what will always be there? There's always costumes that people can take. So in this example, there's only a Jesus costume, so everyone that's not Jesus will basically play a disciple. So so you can equip this like so, and then you enter the roleplay section over here. So this is the roleplay section. It's a very easy one now. You're on the ship. It tells me to look for a place to rest. So basically, I'm Jesus. Disciples are here. We are going out on the sea. You can also jump off this and will be teleported back with a loud splash of water. Yeah, but yeah, in this example, I would be Jesus. I have an area over here that I can just sleep. Yeah. And then once I'm sleeping, the storm starts, so the disciples wake me up.
I'm thinking!
Oh my god!
Back up, Jesus, help us!
Oh my gosh! Everyone!
Stop the storm, Jesus!
And I can go over here and stop the storm with holding my hand up for a while. So this is an easy example. Of course, all the other experiences are different, but you will always be able to play through the story yourself, and everyone will be able to participate in a way, like as a role, like I'm doing now as Jesus, or as just a disciple, or just some person that watches Jesus preach, or something like this, or as a Pharisee. Sometimes you can play the Pharisees. So, and then we have the third section, which is called the campfire. So what you can do here in this area, first, very important, if you still are on megaphone or muted, or you are on teacher role and you want to have a private conversation in here, like that not everyone hears you, you can just go over here to the corner and remove my role. So then you're not preacher or megaphone. I don't have the mute gun here, the megaphone gun here anymore. So this is just for... And what I would normally do when I'm teaching, I would gather people around here and then just let people one by one go up to this campfire button. They press change question and the question comes up, and like, yeah, this one person sitting over here can answer this question now, or if people say, oh, I don't like this question, I don't really know the answer to that, they can just press again, get another one, answer it, and then the next person will go up, get a question, answer it, and so on. So you can spark conversations. Of course, if people want to add something, like someone tells something about this question and someone else has an idea and wants to add things, that's also good. So it's some questions that are more like, what do you think about the situations? There are some questions that are very basically asking what is happening here, or for example, in this one we had a question that was, where did Jesus get his power from? So of course you can come up with suggestions, but you can just also always say, yeah, he got it from God. Yeah, so this is there's kind of different ways of questions. Some questions are also, what do you feel like, or which person in the story you can relate to, things like this. And yeah, this is one section of the last one. And then if you are more like a Bible person, there's also the chance to use the Bible text screen over here. And I have collected, as you see here, all the scriptures in the different Gospels. So you can say, oh, I want to read the scripture or the story again, but I want to have the account of Mark reading it. So you just choose your Gospel over here. And then you can just use this button to go through the verses and maybe let people read it again, read it loud, read it out yourself, and have a good chance to just see the story again. If you have enough time, you can also read through all of them. Whatever fits best for you, just to compare what is different in the different Gospels. Yeah, and that's it. Then you can also always finish with a prayer or something, and then just have random conversations with your audience and your church. So this is basically how you can host a church service inside the Metaverse using Rec Room. Thanks for watching. See you.